Look now, but we are about to become a NASCAR town, and it's largely because of the efforts of Curtis Francois and his great staff at Worldwide Technology Raceway. This week, we sat down the man who used to race cars and now has resurrected racing in St. Louis.
First two rows stay side by side. Down the backstretch, the Nellis straightaway.
Fastest you've ever driven a car?
About 220 miles an hour on the banks of Daytona.
Most famous person you've competed against?
I would say Kevin Harvick, Paul Newman.
The sensation of driving that fast.
Hold on and don't think too much about how fast you're going.
It's Cup time, St. Louis.
Can you give us an idea just how big it really is?
Well, I think a couple of numbers are important that puts it in perspective. One, there's 80 million NASCAR fans in the United States that will be watching on June 5th, 2022. All those eyes will be on St. Louis. That's a big number by any sport numbers. So I think that puts it in perspective. But then you start looking at when I call it the circus comes to town. $60 million in economic impact to the region, 33,000 hotel nights. You know, we're going to have 98,000 fans through our facility.
When you bought the track 13 years ago when it was dead, did you always have that in the back of your mind, a Cup Series event?
Honestly, I did not. What I realized is that this was a top-tier racetrack. And what I realized is that St. Louis had not really fully developed its fan base for racing, and recognized that that is an opportunity. And it didn't take long for me to realize that for us to be successful for generations in racing, we're gonna need a Cup date. It's just a fact of the economics of a major facility like that. So in 2013, when I got the call from NASCAR to talk about bringing the Camping World Truck Series to St. Louis, that's when I started dreaming about a Cup date.
He's going to do it in round two. Hamlin's going to win at Vegas.
How much of your job between now and June is just educating St. Louis about this race?
I think that's a big part of it, Frank. It really is. When you're talking the size and scope of what the NASCAR machine brings to our St. Louis area, it's just unbelievable. For instance, at our press conference that we had 2 weeks ago, we had 8 billion impressions throughout the world on that press conference. That's just a little taste of what NASCAR is going to be bringing to St. Louis.
When someone drives in to Worldwide Technology Raceway and then leaves 4 hours later, what do you want them to say in the car on the way home?
I think I would go back to one of my first goals, is that when someone comes to our racetrack and experiences an NHRA race, an IndyCar race, and now a Cup date, they're making a memory that lasts a lifetime.